YouTube and Facebook. This is the mat behind me where we'll be practicing in a few moments, but because I have all of this technology in front of me here, I just need to get that finished off. So it gives you a little chance just to duck out and grab whatever you might need, blocks, props, a bowl of water, etc. Well, I just set up my Apple TV and get myself over to the other screen so I can tell that I'm streaming. I shouldn't be too long. And there we go. No, that is not what I wanted to do. Ugh. There we go. Up there. That's done. Good morning to everyone on TikTok. You're normally a lot easier for me to deal with. Just looking at how my channels. Anyway, okay, get started. Let's begin. Make your way onto your mat and find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Gather up your blocks and your props, and I will see you there in a moment or two. It's a little cool here in Australia where I'm filming this morning, so I've just got a little bit of warmth in my room. There we go. I think that's a little better for the TikTok people. Yes, that looks good there. Nice. All right. A lot going on this morning. Okay. Finding your way into a comfortable seat with your legs crossed. And if you can, start to close down your eyes. Place your hands on your knees. And just recognize how from the fabric of your skin through the contours of your muscles and into the web of your nerves, you can dive into that internal universe. And in that internal universe, you feel the rhythm and the flow and the movement of the energy, the life force, the prana, the chi, call it what you like. But still just explore how it moves and how in some areas it might feel as though it's a little blocked or a little sticky or a little uncomfortable. And in other areas, there's this sense of freedom, fluidity, vibrancy. And throughout our practice today, let's encourage ourselves to smooth out those rigid corners, those spaces of stickiness, so that the body and the internal universe can flow really freely with a lot of abundance. The Kundalini yoga techniques and practices and Kriya are all about moving in the direction of more. They're about exposing those hidden falsehoods that we can maintain throughout our day, those things that keep us small. And in the process of exposing them, it allows us to shift them, move them, and create that movement in the direction of more abundance, more joy, more happiness. And so stay for a few moments here and just let your breath guide you to that experience and that awareness. And notice the quality of the breath and the quality of your thoughts. And then on your next inhale breath, take your arms up and overhead, lift, reach and rise, and then palms through to heart center, Namaskar Mudra, chin to chest. If you feel called to join me in an Om, please feel free. Inhale through the nose. Start to rub the hands together and create friction across your palms. As that friction begins to ignite the inner fire, the Agni, let it move to the Manipura chakra in your solar plexus and stoke the furnace. Allow that to become transformative in our practice today. Place the palms over your eyes and absorb the nourishment of that warmth. Draw it in through the eyeballs. Peel the hands away from your face as you flutter open the eyes and arrive in your space. Lower your left hand onto your left knee and Nadi Shodhana breath technique, taking your peace fingers of right hand to your third eye. Block your right nostril with your thumb and inhale through the left. Close the left nostril, open the right nostril, and exhale with some forcefulness and a snap in of your belly button through the right nostril. Reclose the right, re-inhale left. Reclose the left, re-exhale right. So continue through inhale left, exhale right. Now just reopen both nostrils and breathe normally for a moment. So Nadi Shodhana breath technique is about encouraging the Ida and Pingala nadis to activate, awaken, and rise through the spine all the way up to the crown of your head and polish the mind free of those negative thoughts and unwanted beliefs. So let's move through the other side now. So inhale through right, exhale left. Continue for a few more cycles. And then lower your right hand down onto your knees and just take a moment. Recognize how through that technique of pumping the navel center, you stoked Manipura chakra, which is your transformative fiery energy. And as that energy rises up the spine, it culminates in the mind and it polishes the mind free of those stickiness and the gooiness and the unwantedness, the crap that we carry around every single day. They say that we recite the same rubbish over and over again in the mind on a daily basis, like 60, 70, 80% worth. Well, clear it up. Give yourself space for abundance and joy and happiness rather than the same old, same old. Cactus your arms, fingers spread wide. Twist to your right, recite the mantra Shiva. Twist to the left, recite the mantra Shakti. Shiva, Shakti, Shiva. Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti. Your eyes are open and you're shifting from right to left. This is an activator of those dual nadis, the Ida and Pingala. It's also an opportunity to drop into the transcendental nature of a mantra recitation out loud and the navel grind at your Manipura chakra, allowing that warmth and fiery energy to transfer up the spine, up through the crown of your head and illuminate you into that movement in the direction of more. Shiva, Shakti, 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 Shiva, Shakti. Continue. Shiva is that all-present, everything pervasive and every single aspect of all the universe. He is the stillness. As we find the movement here, we are tuning into the Shakti, which is the left. Shakti, even though we may never have heard her speak a word, we can see her in the blueness in the sky. We can feel her in the beat of our heart. We can notice her in the song of the bird. She is everything around us. So tune in to that masculine and feminine here. Shiva, Shakti, 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 Shiva. Hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, elbows wide, erect through the spine. Twist to the right, inhale through your nose. Twist to the left, exhale out the mouth with an O shape. Inhale right through nose, exhale left through mouth, O shape. twist to the left and pause. Re-inhale through the left and exhale through the right with that O shape. Lower the hands down onto your knees and hold there. So take a moment just to focus on the horizon and notice how with that powerful exhale, you might be a little dizzy here, might feel a little unusual. Well, the Pranayama technique and the Kriya technique that is Ida and Pingala is encouragement here to recognize that universe within and notice how the body and the breath as it synchronizes can drop into a place we know as the shunya, the void between the moving body and that stillness that we arise with Shiva. As you cactus your arms again, now this time you'll take your hands behind your head, and as you twist to your right, recite the mantra Hut, and as you twist to the left, Hari. So Hut, Hari, 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 Hut, Hari. Keep going. Drop into a space where you feel that shunya arise, where you recognize that you're doing something different, unusual, and you're moving in the direction of more. You're shifting away the patterns of conditioning that society places upon us and tells us that you're not supposed to be that person. You're not allowed to do that. You can't be that way. Well, you need to shift that mentality because those are the things that people place upon us to keep us small. So let's go. Hut, Hari, 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 Hut. Drop the hands to the shoulders. Hut, Hari, 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 Hut. Come through your center, extend your arms out, and lengthen through the fingertips at a 60-degree angle. Hug the thumbs in, and then interlace the fingers over the top. As you widen your collarbones and you erect through the spine, you're staying here in your ego conqueror. And what's happening here is as gravity bears down on you, you start to feel the heat of the Kundalini energy rising from your pelvic bowl, enabling you to maintain your awareness on the horizon. You're fixed on the horizon in strength and power, and you can do this because yoga shows up when you want to get out. Yoga shows up when you say, I can't do this anymore. I'm not strong enough. There's the distraction. There's my mobile. I could go and watch another video or do something else. And unfortunately, that is what keeps us in that constant cycle of karma. But here, as we focus the energy of the heat and the transformative center of the solar plexus, Manipura chakra, we shift those mentalities and we focus more on our true self. As you maintain this position with me, empower yourself, strengthen yourself, focus here, determination, devotion, all of the aspects of the yoga practice that we should bring to our daily lives as well as our moments on the mat. Maintaining it here with me for a few more big, deep breaths. Continue. You can do this. Let yoga show up. You've got the strength. You've got the power. You've got the fortitude. Enable yourself. Maintain it. Breathe. 10 more. Last 10. 9. 8. You might feel the burn in the shoulders, but you know what? That's also doing you a lot of conditioning, a lot of work in the shoulders. It's enabling you to feel strong when you go to type all day, because the body gets stuck in these patterns, and those patterns create that rut, and the rut is when we get the addictions and we want to eat something, or we want to distract ourselves with some sugar. But here you are, you've got the strength, you've got the fortitude, you've got the ability, and you're going to stay. Another breath. Good job. Lower the hands down onto the mat, shift onto your tabletop all fours position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and cow the spine on an inhale breath. Tilt the tailbone up, open the throat, look up, and cat the spine on an exhale breath. Chin to chest, dome the back, press away from the earth. Inhale the cow, open the heart forward, look forward. Exhale the cat, chin to chest, dome through the back, round the back body. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. Inhale cow. And exhale cat. Nice work. Another deep breath like that. And then begin to turn this into creative cat. So you're moving in a way that starts to encourage a little bit of freedom in all of your limbs, whether that be your legs, your arms, your neck, your shoulders, your joints like the hips, the knees, the ankles, the wrists, the elbows. Just get playful, get creative, move around a little. Wake up the soles of the feet as you tuck your toes, send your weight back towards the heels, and sit back on the heels for a moment. Maybe even coming high up onto the heels with the torso elevated. And notice how the toes can aggravate and the soles of the feet can stretch. And you don't want to hold it too long because it's painful. But guess what? We walk around on the soles of the feet all day in things I call foot coffins, because we don't buy shoes for support. We buy them for fashion. And what that does is it just sends a chain of energy of negativity through the body throughout the day. We should be more careful about how we choose footwear, and walking around barefoot, which is one of the benefits of our yoga practice. So good for your body. For another moment or two, just moving a little bit here. And then let's warm up our shoulders by threading the needle, right arm up to the ceiling, inhale. Dive it in and under to the left, exhale, right ear, right shoulder on the mat, left hand slides forward. Resting your weight on the right ear, right arm, and just tuning into that. Lower the left hand back in front of face, right hand up to the ceiling, inhale. And then lower right hand down, exhale. Let's switch it over, left arm up to ceiling, inhale, reach and rise, and then dive it in and under to the right, lower left ear down onto the mat, slide your right hand forward, thread the needle. Right hand back on the mat, left hand up to ceiling, inhale, and then lower left hand down onto the mat. Let's warm up the armpits and the area around our shoulders with puppy pose. So the toes are right at the back of your mat. You walk your hands all the way forward, but keep the hips over the knees, and then sort of surrender forward as you bow forward with the forehead on the mat perhaps, and allow the armpits to hammock and tune into how all of the muscles of the rotator cuff get this beautiful big stretch. And there's also this expression of gesture of honoring the body, honoring your practice, bowing forward, letting the heart bow forward. And then as you lift your chest, you look forward, you bend your elbows, and you come forward onto your tummies and arrive in a Sphinx pose. So widen the legs there, tops of the feet pressed down, elbows roughly in line with the shoulders or slightly forward, hands on the mat, palms spread wide, proud chest, look forward. So really good back bend here to warm up the spine. Noticing how you create activity in the legs if you feel a little pinchy in the low back here. So by creating activity in the legs, you remove a lot of that in the vulnerability in the lower back, which is an area of a lot of our bodies where we feel some pressure. So just take that for a moment. And then release the chest down to the earth. Slide your hands under your shoulders, elbows elevated and lifted. On an inhale, twist your head over your right shoulder, look over your right shoulder, lift your right leg, and then come back through your center. Exhale, twist your head to the left, lift your left leg at the same time, and then exhale through center. Inhale, look over right shoulder, lift right leg at the same time, and then come back through your center, and then lift the left. So it's right side, right leg lift, inhale, center, exhale, left side, left leg lift, and center, exhale. 3 more on each side, so really nice coordination of the body and the breath, and a warming up of your spine, your glutes, and your hamstrings. Last one each side. And then press back up into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes and prepare for downward facing dog. Neutral wrists, engagement in the elbows, strong in the shoulders, lifted in the hips, high heels, bent knees. Walk forward to the top of your mat, exhale, breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale, bend the knees, tummy on the thighs, ragdoll, hold your elbows, head heavy, neck long. Hands to the earth, rolling up vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone, arriving in a standing position at the top of your mat. Arms beside the body, palms face thighs, mountain pose here, connecting from the ground up, right? So get all that length activity in the legs, neutral in the pelvis, wide in the collarbones, and then bring your hands to your heart center. Set your intention for your day. Make it something positive, make it something joyful, movement in the direction of more. And then on your inhale, sweep the hands up overhead, look up, reach up, and then return to the earth, exhale, breath. Halfway lift, inhale, hands on shins, crown of head forward. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to high plank. Holding the plank here nice and strong, recruiting in the shoulders, inner thighs engaged, belly button drawn in. 3 breaths. And then lower the knees down, cross the ankles behind you, heels towards your buttocks, shift forward through the spine, inhale. And then bend the elbows, lower halfway down, exhale. Press back up, inhale. Lower halfway down, exhale. Up on the inhale, bend on the exhale. Then uncross the legs, lower the chest and the chin down, and then come through to cobra. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath through to downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here. Walk forward to the top of your mat on your next exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, fold, exhale, breath. Up to the sky, inhale, breath. And then return to the earth, exhale, breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Right foot steps back, right knee lowers. Anjaneyasana, inhale, sweep up. Hold on to your right wrist, bend to the left. Lower the hands down, frame your front foot, step back to high plank, knees, chest, chin, exhale, and then slither through to cobra. Inhale, returning back through to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg on the inhale breath, step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down. Anjaneyasana, reach up, hold the left wrist, bend to the right. Sweep the hands down, big step forward to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, fold on the exhale. Sky on the inhale. Earth on the exhale breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the hands and step wide into a yogi squat position. Elbows on the insides of your knees. Maintain this position for a few moments and a few breaths. Hands behind you, sit down onto your buttocks. Extend the legs out in front of you. Micro bend in the knees, sweep the arms up and overhead, inhale, and then reach for the feet, exhale, breath. Let the heart guide you towards your big toes. Taking a few deep breaths. And then lifting the chest, crossing the legs, making your way into a comfortable seat. Bring your hands into heart center, drawing your chin towards your chest, taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up today. Thank yourself for practicing. Thank yourself for getting on the mat, for the determination, devotion, and awareness that the answer to many of the world's problems is a more compassionate mindset, more compassionate heart space, and that's what we're here to cultivate in the yoga practice. Thumbs to the third eye, chin to chest. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Greet this beautiful version of yourself and the remainder of your day with the Hindi word Namaste. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday, whatever you get up to or whatever the time zone is for you, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.